Your team were on a high as well. I thought it felt a bit in some ways like Swindon last week. Your team maybe not allowed to be at their best, but you found a way to win it.
Yeah, which is important, and it's a good habit to have. I thought first 20 minutes we were really good, and then for 25 minutes we almost, took our foot off the gas and allowed them to stamp a bit of authority on it. And when I say that, we allowed them to play the ball forward early, and obviously they did that quite a lot tonight. We knew that. And then, it was a matter of regrouping a little bit. We changed it slightly at half time, put Brennan in that central area. But then, for whatever reason, for 10 minutes or so, the second half, it was a little bit flat. Give a really, really poor goal away. I was just saying then, I was sort of stood at the side of the pitch, obviously contemplating making a couple of changes and just wishing and thinking to myself, if this place was full, it'd be a little bit of a help to me right now. But I think Georgie showing his quality, getting the goal that he did. I think once he did that, I've got to say for the last 20-25 minutes, I thought we were very good, and it was only a matter of time before we got the second, and delighted.
And the key when you were at your best today was when with the pace once again that you moved the ball. Yeah,
I thought we countered quite well at times, and we had to do that quite well really, because they were a handful just because of how direct they were. Naismith and the other kid up front was very, very good tonight. They held the ball up well for him. I don't think we was as competitive as we needed to be. I thought certainly our two centre halves or three centre halves need to be more aggressive on that first ball up, and I made them aware of that at the end of the game, regardless of the result. But I think once we addressed that and once we dealt with that better, we looked a much better team.
For your captain to lead, and he led by example with his all-round play, but also, of course, as you said, a very special free kick.
It was good, and we've got a few who are decent, to be fair. I like to. James Jones, he's good from a dead ball, and Robbie Gotts, etc. But Georgie took the responsibility on, obviously, with me being captain. And like I said, once we got that goal, I generally felt there was only going to be one winner.
You must be really pleased for Tom Hopper. He's a very unselfish player. He allows other players like Harry Anderson, like Brendan Johnson, other players to play in the game, gets back and defends well. But of course, people always, because they look at strikers, they say how many goals he scored. So you must be pleased he scored such a good goal tonight.
Yeah, delighted for him. Even if he wouldn't have scored tonight, I think he was definitely our best player by a long shot. Not just because obviously the stuff he was doing in possession, out of possession, he was excellent. He was almost doing my job for me on the pitch in terms of when I was disappointed about the lack of physicality we were showing at times. He was making sure the players were aware of that. Hat off to him tonight. He got his reward, he got his goal, and he'll do him the world of good going forward.
Yeah, I'll ask you about Adam's injury in a second, but you're minus Adam, minus Liam, two leaders in your team. So for the other players to step up is really encouraging.
Yeah, you've got to sort of tick boxes throughout the season as a group, as a young group, and we've had a few games this year now where we've shown a bit of character to find a way of winning. Thought we did that again today. They've had two opportunities, obviously the goal, the big deflection, and I think there was one just before that where the lads put it past the post. Apart from that, like Alex has had another quiet night, so I can't be too critical, but the reality is I want us to improve, I want us to get better, because when we play more experienced and better sides, we have to be on our mettle and we have to be ready for it.
It must be a good thing as a manager in a way, because you can say, look, well done, you've done yourself a great result, but there's so much more that can come from you.
Yeah, exactly, and you've only got to look at the performance on Saturday. I know there was a few changes and I know we lost the game, but I thought we were outstanding Saturday, and that's the thing about football, you just never know. That our performance on Saturday, we could have won 4 games, but we didn't, we lost and we were out of the cup. But if there was one game that certainly I would have been slightly okay for it not going our way, it would have been Saturday, and today was a massive 3 points.
Adam injured, was it a bit precautionary taking him off, or is it a serious concern?
He's got a bit of a sore knee. He actually doesn't know when he did it, which is, we've just been looking at bits of footage where we think he might have done it. So he's a little bit sore at the minute. Obviously we'll wait until it settles down before we get it scanned, but hopefully it's not too bad.
Pleasing that Joe came on and did so well, and wasn't far from getting his goal either today.
Yeah, he was a little bit unfortunate not to be on the score sheet. I suppose the thing with Joe is as well, and it's no disrespect to Adam, because he's left-footed, he gives us that balance. When Joe and Lewis were playing together, we went through a real good spell of results and clean sheets, and hopefully that'll be the same again going forward.
And back up really in the mix again, back up to second.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think there's some games still going on and stuff, but yeah, we just got to try and stay in there, haven't we? You know, turn a new year. You know, we'll know where we are, and you know, the window will open, and
Fans
everyone
back, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. You know, maybe we can find, you know, a couple of new additions, possibly. You never know. So yeah, it's good for us. It's exciting. You could tell that the players were really pleased when they got in the dressing room afterwards. They knew it was an important game.
I mean, I know we're still a month away, but have you talked to the board? Are they going to try and? I mean, it's difficult times, but try and support you.
Well, we've got a board meeting. I think it's in about 10 days, 2 weeks. So obviously that's going to be a big one to discuss potential incomings. But at this moment in time, you just got, you know, I'll focus on the next 2 or 3 games that we've got beforehand, and then yeah, hopefully we can still be in a similar sort of position, and I might be in a position of strength.
And Rochdale coming up at the weekend. They've had a great result tonight away at, away at Plymouth.
Yeah. No, exactly. And you know, you look at someone like Rochdale, and it could have been very similar here tonight. You know, it's one of them where they seem to play with a freedom and without any pressure. There's not a lot of expectations on them as a group. It'll be a very different game to tonight. You know, they build from the back, they build from the goalkeeper and look to play similar to us. Where obviously Wigan were very direct, and we knew that, but bring a different challenge. But I think it's a type of challenge that we quite like and are quite excited for.